Art the Clown is back for a all-new Terrifier film. So today, let's talk about Terrifier 3 and see if it's worth your time. Hey everybody, my name's Justin here. I try to watch everything that hits theaters and on streaming services. If you guys are like me, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below and click that bell notification for more up and coming content. After surviving Art the Clown's Halloween massacre, Sienna and her brother struggle to rebuild their shattered lives. As the holiday season approaches, they try to embrace the Christmas spirit and leave the horrors of the past behind. It's insane how Art the Clown has become such a horror movie icon. He is everywhere. He has an animatronic at Spirit Halloween, t-shirts everywhere. People love Art the Clown, and with this third film directed by Damien Leone, he is able to somehow up this film and just be it more gory and more violent and just more mean-spirited. And the first two Art the Clown films were absolutely violent and bloody, but there is so many creative kills within this movie that just give it this edge, this nasty feel to it. It is centered around Sienna once again and her brother. She is struggling to cope with what happened to her in the second film. She is visiting family for the holidays. What happened to her in the previous film is still haunting her. And so we do see a more in-depth story for Sienna as she is struggling to come to terms with what had happened to her and still believe that Art the Clown is still out there. So by doing all of that and having this third film be a recovery film for Sienna and how she can rise to the challenge to try to defeat Art the Clown again, it adds a lot of depth to this character. And so when you have all these gnarly kills throughout, you have this developing story for her, and that's where the storyline adds for so much personality to this character and only strengthens her as this final girl. I really like Sienna as a character, and she has gone through some terrible things, but she pushes herself and she is trying to cope with everything that has happened. So there's that emotional connection to this character and a lot of weight to her, despite it being in this really nasty, violent, constantly bloody film. It didn't forget to develop the character of Sienna and continuing her storyline, and it adds a lot of depth to this character. And I really liked her in here, and she goes toe-to-toe with Art the Clown several times within this film. David Howard Thornton, once again, is just terrifying as Art the Clown. The silent laughter, the constant smiling, and then just able to switch it so quick to look absolutely angry and sinister. The performance is really good. Without him talking, there's a lot of things he has to do with his face to sell that performance of Art the Clown is just truly violent and disturbing. And just the way that he's able to go back and forth from smiling or just looking creepy as can be, David Howard Thornton is so good within this movie. And I love that it took a Christmas holiday season vibe to it. It definitely goes all in with that Christmas feel. With Art the Clown interacting with people that are dressed up as Santa, to the music, to the festivities throughout. It definitely goes all in with it. I think it would have been cool to release it sometime in November or December, but it is a horror film, so it sits perfectly in October. So I love the vibe to it. It definitely felt like a Halloween movie, but it had a nice Christmas vibe to it. There are some creative things that they do with this film, giving the film In a Violent Nature a run for its money. In a Violent Nature scene, the yoga scene, that was probably one of the most creative, violent things I've seen. This movie, there's times where it tops that. There are some just moments where they go all in. They're showing a lot. They just working with all of the costumes and the makeup and the props. You could tell there's a lot of dedication to all of that, and it is constantly going. There are some moments that I'm not squeamish, but there were times where I did feel like my stomach was in like this knot, and I had this really just bizarre feeling. Like I don't feel that way when I watch other horror movies, because I do watch a lot of horror movies at home and in theaters, but watching a few scenes throughout, my stomach just felt very icky. And it was in this knot. and I can pinpoint a couple scenes that I'm surprised that they went a certain route, and I was very shocked. But for the most part, this is a very creative movie when it comes to those kills and what they're able to do with the props and the blood and the costume and the makeup, all of that. It looks really good. The third film is just able to build more on Art the Clown, giving him that classic status now. He's able to be alongside other characters like Freddy Krueger and Michael Myers and Jason Voorhees and Chucky. People are going to think of Art the Clown now when they think of iconic horror movie characters. He's only been in 3 films solely about him. If they continue this route, he's going to be up there with them. He is violent, he is disturbing as can be, and Terrifier 3 goes all in with that. It's very creative, it's bloody. I love the Christmas vibe to it. It's funny at times, people laughing in the theaters. This was probably one of the most packed movie showings I have seen this year, since I do go really late at night. It's not as busy as the daytime, but even at nighttime, people were filling this movie theater. If you like the first 2 Art the Clown films, they do so much more with this third film and just build on this character and the lore surrounding him. There are some very disturbing scenes throughout, very creepy moments from David Howard Thornton, and I love Sienna as a final girl. A lot of depth given to that character. It's a fun film. I got exactly what I wanted from an Art the Clown film, and I can't wait for more. So before I give you my score for Terrifier 3, make sure to check out my channel here to do movie reviews, trailer actions, ranking videos, tier lists, all that fun movie related content that you see on YouTube. I do it all here, so hit that subscribe button to get it all in one spot. In fact, to see where Terrifier 3 ranks amongst all the other 2024 releases I've seen this year, follow me on Letterboxd and there you can find my ranking. I'm going to go ahead and give Terrifier 3 a B+. Thank you guys for checking my review for Terrifier 3. Have you guys seen it by chance? What did you think about it? Let me know in the comment section down below, and stay tuned for more up and coming content like this. My name is Just Watches Movies, and you guys stay classy, YouTube.